Yes, I'm going to do an introduction for 15-20 minutes. But first of all, before I do the introduction, I just want to inform and update everyone about what's happening with sessions. Predominantly because I don't want people that I've spoken to over the last few years, every so often, to feel that it's personal or that I'm rejecting anyone. Basically, I'm cutting down my sessions. I used to do 9 sessions a week. And just to tell you how drastically I'm cutting it down, I'm doing 2 sessions a week, so from 9 to 2. So that's massive. And in order to not let anyone down, the people that I've been working with regularly, and I mean like every week or every other week for years, or maybe like once a month, but the people that I've been working very regularly with, I decided to offer them the spots. So there might be some people that I've worked with like 3-4 times a year or something over the last few years, and maybe you didn't make the cut. So I've tried to be as fair as possible because I don't want to go over 2 sessions a week. And then when I have, or those people decide to leave or not want a session, then I'll offer it to other people. And I'll first of all offer it to other people that were regular, but just less regular than the really regular people. And at the moment, I would say the waiting list is maybe like 50 plus long for people that are like semi-regular, have done a few sessions with me, or people that have never done a session with me. So I just want to put it into a realistic perspective, and I don't want anyone to feel rejected if I say no to doing a session, or if they can't book a session with me, because in the past you've been able to book sessions with me even though it was a long time in advance, like maybe 3 months in advance. Yes, and I don't know how long that will go on for. It might even be that eventually I go down to doing no sessions a week, predominantly because I'm concentrating on other creative things that I want to put my energy into. Not that I don't love sessions, and I've learned so much from giving sessions. I'm so grateful for having done it. But yeah, the energy goes other places, and that's the way it does and what it does. And it might come back. I might not do that many sessions for the next 6 months, and then maybe it comes back. Yeah. And when I say sessions, I mean the one-to-one sessions, not the Sunday sessions. I feel quite committed to carrying on that. But we never know. We never know what's going to happen. You've always got to appreciate what you have, hey? Because things always change. That's a guaranteed. Everything else isn't guaranteed, but it's guaranteed things will change. Things will change. Yes. So just a bit of an explanation. I might have to say that a few times because sometimes people don't listen to all my videos and they skip through the introduction, so not to listen to these things. And I just really, it's predominantly I'm saying it for people that have had like semi-regular sessions with me over the last like 5-6 years, and yeah, just want them to know what's going on. And also new people that write to me. Sometimes when we get into this subject, we're super vulnerable, and so even asking for a session is a really big deal. And then to be rejected is quite difficult for some people. Because it's like, in a way, when you're asking for a session, you're asking for help. Although sometimes people in the sessions don't like to feel that because that feels very vulnerable, but in a way it is what's happening a lot of the time, is asking for help. And that's super vulnerable, and I really respect it and love it. And there are other female teachers. I think there's also some other male teachers, but if you particularly wanted to work with a female teacher, you can look on my website, and I recommend other female teachers on there. It's not that I'm recommending them over others. I just don't necessarily know others. These are ones that I know. Some of them are my friends, and they do one-to-one sessions, and they would be delighted to work with you. Yeah, and you can find them on my reference page on my website. Yes, and there's been lots of will I or won't I do a retreat. I think I'm going to do a retreat in May. I'm thinking about it, but it won't be a live-in retreat. I'm just going to let people book their own accommodation, their own travel, and I just rent a space and do talks, because with COVID, otherwise it becomes too much liability for myself, you know. So I think that's what's going to happen, and that'll maybe be in May. So subscribe to my website, and then you'll get updates if I put that onto the website. I'm also going to try to do some Zoom meetings as well, but again, you have to subscribe to my website, because I don't know when that will happen. And the creative urge comes for me to put that on the website. Yeah.